Today, we're cracking open the 2026 Restoration Benchmarking Survey Report, which is in the summer issue of CleanFacts. If you own or run a restoration company, this one's a mirror worth peering into. The data says you're under pressure, but here's the good news. You're not alone and you're not stuck. If you'd like a copy of the survey report, I'll include the link in the episode notes below. This is Take 5 with Clean Facts. Real talk, real lessons in just 5 minutes. So let's start with the top of the worry list. The number one challenge this year is, not a shocker, recruiting and retaining quality staff, which 75% of you consider very important. I mean, we get it. If you don't have the very best people, your company can only go so far. Right behind that is maintaining margins and profitability. 71% of you said that was important. Now that's a big shift from last year. Margins climbed the ladder, and even contractors with great teams are watching their profits get squeezed. Number 3 is cash flow, at 59% of you saying that's a top concern. And we all know the usual suspect. Only about 4% of you get paid within 1 to 2 weeks. The majority of you, well, according to what you're telling us, you're waiting 3 to 8 weeks. And more than 18% of you wait longer than 8 weeks. 2 months to get paid? As one of you said in the comments to the survey, it's because carriers are holding up funds. It's severely holding up our cash flow and ability to operate. Does that sound familiar to you? Well, rounding out the top 5, differentiating your company sits at 55% and increasing costs of doing business at 43%. Why'd we spend time on that? Because that's the pressure. Now let's talk about how the winners are fighting back. On staffing, turnover is actually improving. 52% of you reported under 10% annual turnover. That's better than last year. And that's not luck. That's investment in culture and retention paying off. Starting wages crept up too, with the most common range now $20 to $21.99 an hour. People stay where they feel valued. On margins and cash flow, documentation and technology became your best friend. The share of companies that hadn't touched AI dropped from 50% to about 30%. You're using it for estimates, report writing, marketing, and SOPs, and 28% of you now say the cost is manageable and you're actively investing. But here's the warning shot. Carriers are using AI as well, and they're using it to dispute your scope and pricing. So if your documentation is weak, you're bringing a garden hose to a structure fire. Tighten it up. On standing out, 58% of you say experience and reputation is your top differentiator. Almost nobody competes on being the cheapest and good. Racing to the bottom of price is a race you don't want to win. Here's the number that should put a little spring in your step. Nearly 3/4 of you expect to grow this year. About 31% project growth of more than 10%, and only 14% expect any type of decline. What's profitable? Water damage is still your profit engine, cited by 52% as the most profitable service, up from 47%. This is an industry professionalizing under pressure, not retreating from it. So we know the pressure is real, but the contractors investing in their people, their technology, and their documentation are the ones turning that pressure into profit. Those are just some highlights of the survey. There's a lot more there for you to look at, but no matter what you do, we all need a good homework assignment. So this might be an eye-opener for you as you do this. Your homework this coming week, here's what I want you to do. Pull out your last 10 insurance jobs and time how long each one took to get paid. Then pick the single slowest one and ask yourself, why? Why is that the slowest one? Was it documentation, a scope dispute, a carrier delay, find your bottleneck and fix one thing, and you'll start chipping away at the cash flow challenge that's stressing out, here's the number, 59% of the industry.